And good day, good evening, Patriots fans, Boston sports fans. How are you? This is the Simple Mind Sports Show, Friday Rewind live, Tuesday, August 12th, special edition coming at you. We're going to talk a little Patriots preseason. I know you've probably heard a lot of it, but we haven't been able to talk about it yet. So bear with us and suck it. Because what they did was confirm all of our thoughts and all of our fears in one fell swoop. It didn't take long. It was the first quarter, I think, more or less. And I'm going to tell you all about it. I'm going to tell you why that happened in that preseason game. We're going to do a lot of Patriots here, but as we always do, we're going to do some opening takes, and we're going to start with Ray, who missed last week, as did all of us, according to the internet, but that's neither here nor there. Raymond, your opening take.
Thank you there. Richard, after a 48-18 win over the Commanders, I'm starting to see the light, and the light being Rich is right. What I mean by Rich is right is by saying all along that Drake May isn't the franchise guy and we shouldn't be giving him the keys to Foxborough just yet. He played limited amount against the Commanders and nothing stood out where you could say, yep, here we fucking go. Instead, he had another terrible turnover and wasn't making plays down the field. Greg Bedard noted in his column that he had Matt Collins open in the end zone. Instead of throwing it, he ran it. My FUPA is leaning towards Rich and will need to see more pocket presence during the Vikings game to make me throw the FUPA out of Rich's sight.
Thank you, Raymond. That's not the first Langevin Fupa to lean towards me. Bobby, your opening take.
Let me read a bit of news that came out here from Friday. Here it is. Celtics signed extension for Joe Mazzulla. And hold on, let me read some of the details. Length and details of new deal were not released. You know what that means, Joe? They didn't pay you shit. They wouldn't even tell the world what they paid you, you terrible bastard of a coach. We don't even know what you make. It's probably nothing. The Simple Mind Sports Show makes more money than you because we put it out there. Where in the world? You're not. Suck it, Joe.
I don't think any of that's true, other than length and details not disclosed. That's like a Tuesday night at Irene's. It's a firm NDA.
The length of my dong has been disclosed in her mouth many times.
That's both of your one.
Okay, yeah, well, whatever. Today is a different day, Raymond. Thank you. My opening take. This is beautiful when the opening takes are blind and we all kind of go a different way. This is nice. I'm going to go Red Sox here, and look. They got lucky after the deadline. They went on a little bit of a run there. It looked like Craig Breslow was going to skate. And now here we are just a couple weeks later, and their pitching is faltering. Giolito, pumpkin. Bayo, pumpkin. Crochet has never pitched more innings in his life, and he's got 3 months to go. Dustin May, your big acquisition, his first time around the sun here with the Red Sox rotation, garbage. He is now set up for you against the Houston Astros, the best team in the AL, to stop your 3-game losing streak as you approach a 4-game losing streak. Look, they should have done more. They could have done more. Sam Kennedy said that they did all they could. You just need willing partners to trade with you. I want to get into that later too, and how they're just shoving it up our assholes continuously. These Red Sox. The best you can hope for is Crochet gets over the hump and they continue to hit and they continue to beat bad teams, and maybe you sniff a playoff berth here. They're in a good position to do that. But as we mentioned last week, that nobody got to see, the lack of deadline acquisitions within the Red Sox pitching is going to be the death of them. I told you that at the beginning of the season. I told you at the deadline. I told you last week that no one saw. This week you've seen it. Here we are. There you go. No response to that.
But didn't we talk about the length of opening takes or opening sequences earlier today? God damn it, McPhee.
Your mother talked about the length of my opening sequence with her. She couldn't get enough of it. The Patriots sneaky preseason preview. We want to talk about that. The Red Sox yo-yo of a season. Celtics checkup. We didn't get on them in the opening take, so we'll get to the Celtics. This or that with Chief Bobby in a Simplest Minds of the Week. This is the Simple Mind Sports Show, Friday Rewind live, Tuesday, August 12th. Welcome to the show.
Whoops. That was a mistake. That was a mistake.
I'm pretty sure what I saw on camera in the green room was you get up during the intro music there and your fat ass hit the fucking space bar and stop the music.
That was my fault. My fault. Yep. That was my fault. I actually hit the mouse. I'm sorry.
Shows off to a great start.
Yeah, no, the professional.
Hey, we're recording. That's all that matters, baby.
That's true. We are one step ahead of
Last week.
Producer Rich. Sorry. I'm not a producer. I'm the talent, baby. Fucking acquiesce.
Exactly. We already agreed that was Ray's fault.
1000% Ray's fault. And
he left an enormous gap, which you drove through.
Yeah, like his mother's ass. The gap in which we speak of that I've alluded to many times is Bobby and I recorded maybe the best show of 2025.
It was a good show. Weren't my baseball takes good? I had legitimate ones.
Pretty fantastic.
I know.
Best news about today's shows, Bobby, is we're basically going to repeat the Red Sox and Celtics segment.
Oh, good. I'll do the same thing again.
You guys didn't miss anything, listeners. And seeing as Ray's fat ass couldn't let the whole thing roll out there on the intro, let's just go ahead and get started. So welcome to Some Mind Sports Show. We're off to a hell of a start. We don't usually do this on Tuesdays, so we're all giddy. By Thursday, we're all tired and fucking.
Yeah.
Maybe it's even early on a Tuesday.
Bobby was just stoked that we're doing this at 7:15. He was like, "Holy fuck, this is awesome!"
Maybe we should switch the show to Tuesdays at 7:15.
I don't see any reason why we shouldn't.
Yeah. Okay. Well, join us next week on Tuesday at 7:15. Before you do that, go to SimMindSports.com. Join the newsletter. We'll get you all the latest content on your Fridays there, all the pods, all the blogs that come out, and anything important we want to talk about and write about. Hit the subscribe, hit the like, tell your mothers, tell your friends, help us with the algorithms. You know the drill. Thank you. Please and thank you. Let's do a little Patriots talk. A little Patriots sneaky preseason performance. Ray, kudos. Golf clap. Takes a big man to admit that his intellectual rival is right.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I mean, after watching that, it was just gross.
Patriots 48, Commanders 18, a 30-point win from the preseason. The initial response to that is, look, let me just start with a positive. Let me sandwich this bullshit in the middle. Gerard Mayo's Patriots would not have won that game 48-18 with the current roster. They would have lost that game. Mm-hmm. Okay. So the 10,000-foot view on this is arrow pointing up, arrow pointing forward. The team, the organization is pointing forward. Fantastic. The biggest takeaway, and the only one that should really count, is your franchise quarterback, the 3rd overall pick, top 5 quarterback, Drake May. Has he improved? Is he in a position to compete and make this team relevant? Well, he went 3 for 5 with 12 yards in the air. He had a Josh Allen-esque, stupid, dumbass fucking play and a fumble in basically the first handful of plays that he had this season. He outrushed his passing performance with 2 carries, 16 yards, and that nonsense touchdown of a rushing touchdown in the game. He's 1 interception away from being fucking Mac Jones. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, yes, the overall view of this team is pointing forward, Bobby. But to Ray's point, my biggest question mark is your quarterback good enough to compete at a mediocre level? And what Drake May showed us in a very limited sample size, I'm not saying he sucks, but the assumption of this team was the quarterback is already cemented as pretty good to good, if not great, if you listen to some people. And what he showed us on Friday wasn't that. So what do you make of that? Is that jitters? Is that new offense? Is that just some of his dumb that they're trying to break out of him? Where's your panic meter right now on Drake May?
The panic meter's low, and you said it best last. It's some of the dumb that they're trying to beat out of him. This preseason and this season will be about getting him to learn how to just take the small L's. If it's first down, don't force it. Take the sack, move on so they can punt. Really, they just need to be able to stay on script. They don't have the talent to overcome catastrophic errors. So that is what the beginning of the season is going to be about, is about reining him in. He has the talent, and McDaniels has the offense for him to succeed. They have to rein him in, teach him how to play in an offense, because he's never done that.
Raymond?
It's preseason. That's the only benefit right now. Like, looking at what Drake May did over against the Commanders, it's preseason. He's going up against the Vikings this week. You're probably going to see him for a whole half. That's a Brian Flores-led defense. What are they going to show? What are they not going to show? Exactly. You're not going to have all your guys out there for wide receiver. Get this shit out now. That's all they're trying to do. Probably Josh McDaniels is probably saying, look, in this situation, you shouldn't be doing this. You have 2 fucking rookie guys protecting you on the left side. You probably shouldn't be rolling out there and hoping that you can get the ball away. Try to go to your right side, and stupid shit like that. So obviously we will, by week 4, we should be able to say what we can do with Drake May. But right now it's like, let's just get the dumb out in the preseason.
Quick point. Drake May has a big positive for him. Both Polk and Bourne will not be playing next week. So significant improvement there.
I heard today or yesterday, I forget, listening to, I think it was the Felger Match program. I think it was Michael Hawley actually brought it up. Drake May, hand size, issue. Drake May led the NFL with fumbles at quarterback position last year. 9. 6 of them lost.
You should have done it the other way.
Sorry. 6 lost, 9 fumbles.
Nice.
His unwillingness to give up on a play because of athleticism that McDaniels talked about. I have a quote here, combined with the fact that he has less than ideal size hands. So when he gets hit, very similar thing to what happens to what we see on Friday. He doesn't have that, grip strength or the length to hold on to the ball when he gets hit hard.
Do you think your brother can go up to Minnesota?
It must suck not having length, Ray.
All right. I mean, that was pretty easy, guys. That would have been
walked all over it, Vine. Walked all over it.
It would have been.
I think my joke was better.
It would have said a little bit more if we just let that one slide. I let it slide right in your mouth. The McDaniels quote here that I have. McDaniels said he's encouraged by the progress May and the unit have made through camp. Let me give you the quote if I can read this. I think we make progress every day, McDaniels said before practice. Drake works extremely hard every day to be prepared for each practice. He's a quick learner. The biggest thing we've tried to talk about since the spring is to limit the number of repeat errors. If we make an error, that's not a bad thing as long as we learn from it and don't repeat it again. He's such a gifted athlete. There's a fine line between holding onto the ball too long and doing the right thing to help the team. He's improving in that area, and understanding his value to the team is when he's healthy. Yep. There's been multiple reports about Vrabel and McDaniels drilling into Drake May's head. Something similar to what Bobby said is just take the easy money, take the profit has been the line down there, and don't do anything stupid and don't get yourself hurt. And yeah, I think as a team trying to get back from the worst team in the league, that's a pretty good baseline. They want to Mac Jones this kid. They want a rookie Mac Jones this kid to give him a baseline of what to do and what not to do, and then unleash his talent a little bit. We'll just see if he can do that. There's not, I haven't done this. I haven't thought about this or done the research on it, but what are some examples? Josh Allen comes to mind, but some examples of some free balling, fucking gunslinging quarterbacks that have been able to be reined in and maintain those playmaking abilities, but lose some of the stupidity. Brett Favre,
Roethlisberger.
Yep. Josh Allen's probably the best example.
That fumble on Friday was Josh Allen-esque in that Houston playoff game. Remember that wild card game where he lateraled the ball backwards, getting sacked, and was like, this kid's going to be out of the league in a year. He looked that fucking dumb. That's what Drake May looks like. So I guess there's hope. You give him a Brian Daboll. McDaniels should be the equivalent of a Brian Daboll. Brian Daboll was the offense coordinator that gets credit for turning Josh Allen around. McDaniels is certainly, as good as Brian Daboll based on his accolades, we would think. That's what we're going to look at. That's what we're going to look at all preseason and into the beginning part of the season. And if that doesn't start to make a real positive turn, you're in trouble as a franchise. You're in trouble if your quarterback can't stop being an idiot.
Yeah. So you got nothing, and then you have to go back into the draft or hope you can get a free agent here, but obviously that's never going to happen. The draft, that's a crapshoot. As we always say,
Drake May will get his full 5 years, whether he blows or not.
Yeah, he might be fun, and he's talented enough to win some games. If you put some talent around him, they'll win because talent wins inevitably in sports. And he's talented for sure. But I'm just, and I've been talking about this for a year, but I just have this pit in my stomach that he's gonna be this guy that when you need it most, he can't do it, or he makes a dumb fucking decision, and that's the world.
Justin Herberty, like talented, but you can't trust Herbert at all. He fucks up every time.
But Herbert doesn't even make a mistake. He just shriveled.
Okay, well, he wilts. That's fair, but it's a comparison of we have the talent, but he's not overcoming his downfalls.
Yeah,
I would
go ahead, Ray.
Do you think the defense will help him out? Like, you don't have to go win the game 32-28. You just have to win 17-16
This isn't a circumstantial. This isn't a defense thing. Bobby's right, but I'd rather have the Drake May problem than the Justin Herbert problem.
Oh, I agree, because he's not a mental midget. He does dumbass shit, and you can coach away dumbass shit better than being a pussy.
He fires that thing into 3 covered instead of checking down on he Brett Favre's it instead of Kirk Cousins it. And Brett Favre has 3 MVPs in a championship. Kirk Cousins just has a great agent. So, and by Kirk Cousins, I mean 4th and 18, you throw it 12 yards. Drake May will throw it into triple coverage down 6 with 4 minutes to go and lose the game. Yeah. Maybe he can learn from that. So there you go. We shit sandwiched some positives in there. Let's go Vrabel. Let's go McDaniels. Beat this kid down to a fucking pulp.
Exactly.
Stop being an idiot. Okay. A lot of talk on Drake May, but I think that's the most important takeaway from that game. Outside of that, this is all kind of, relative, but very little production from the wide receivers, whether it was May or Dobbs, outside of Efton Chisholm, who continues to be the darling.
What? Save you.
The hot.
He's hot.
He does look. It's hard to tell because you go against, and everything Drake May did was against the 2s. The whole game was against the 2s for the Commanders. Efton Chisholm was going up against 3s and 4s. But when you're talking your 7th,
he fucking lit him up, baby.
When you're talking your 6th and 7th wide receiver, I think Efton Chisholm certainly beats out Jalen Polk. Javon Baker has decided to move to special teams and Booty's on the team.
Well, and Bourne's gone probably because he's injured.
Oh, Bourne's getting cut too. He's fucking gone.
All right, so wide receiver is something. It's a work in progress. That's going to be a. You know what wide receiver is going to be? Wide receiver is going to be a training camp story that has no impact on the regular season.
It's a fair way to put
it. Stephon Diggs is going to be week 1 starter, and you're just going to go from there.
Okay, can I give you a half toot on Steph Diggs?
Sure.
Steph, I don't know if we talked about this last week, Bobby, and no one does because we didn't record. Steph Diggs is not your number 1 wide receiver by every single person that watched the Patriots since July. Pop Douglas is your number 1 receiver. Steph Diggs is the first ball thrown to every day in live action from Drake May, but he is not the best receiver on the field. He might be the 3rd or 4th by all accounts, which is predictable because allow me just to say this one more time, and kudos to him for being on the field after an ACL injury at 32 years old, coming off an ACL injury. To think that in week 1, Steph Diggs is going to go out and pop off for 142 and 2 touchdowns is insane. So
I don't think he's going to do that, but
I'm glad he's there. Hopefully he takes some pressure off the defense and can give Drake May some easy outlets on some crossing routes and whatever needs to be. He's probably the only guy that truly knows how to separate on the team as a wide receiver. But let's just pump the brakes on what we expect Stephon Diggs to be. Can he open the door, Bobby, for Demario Douglas to take one-on-one coverage and break something open and make it hit him? I think that's your best case scenario for Steph Diggs. Takes 3 or 4 balls over the middle, crossing routes, 24 yards on the day, but he opens a big one up for Pop Douglas down the seam or something.
He'll be a name that's respected on the intermediate level. He'll actually draw real coverage. Players will respect him, and then they will forget someone, whether it's a Douglas or a Williams, that's going deep, because now they have a couple players that can do that. So, that's 100% the hope with him.
Or a Henry up the seam. Look for that
exactly.
Patented Rob Gronkowski, Josh McDaniels, Tom Brady, run your crossers and bring the tight end up the seam and a good pass catcher. That's, we talked about it. I keep bringing it back, but that's your McDaniels offense. Easy bread and butter. Okay. Let's move on to the offensive line. Will Campbell, outside of the calamity that turned into that fumble that we talked about with the other rookie, Jared Wilson, which, depending on which professional football watcher you talk to, whoever is at fault there, whether it's Campbell or Wilson or May, he was a part of it. Other than that, Will Campbell, per Pro Football, 85.6 rating, was really good. He's got that highlight on the swing run. driving a guy down the field, put him in the ground. Everybody's really high on Will Campbell at left tackle. Ray, you mentioned it though. Their Patriots are staring dead in the face of starting 2 rookies on the left side of the offensive line, and Will Campbell and Jared Wilson. The first time since
09.
Thank you. 09 in Miami. Was it Miami?
No, I think it's the Ravens.
Okay. Well, and you can make a big deal of that if you want, but I just go, if that's the best you got, I don't who cares?
Do it immediately. Yeah. They're the best players. Start them.
It looks like they have Raymond. It looks like, and this is really common for young offensive line players in the NFL. They have troubles with stunts. They got to They have to learn how to communicate. You have to learn how to gel on the offensive line. And when you're young players just trying not to get smoked, and you deal with stunts against 300-pound athletes running 4.5s, that's a tough thing to do. So what's your overall takeaway there from the offensive line in that preseason game, and specifically the left side of the line starting the rookies? Again, and just let me throw this caveat on before you answer. I've heard some people talk about shifting a window over there. No, stop it. What's the last time it looked like when Owen went over there? He's a right guard. That's where he belongs.
Keep him at right guard.
Every place he's been other than right tackle with Tom Brady has been garbage. So just keep him where he's at. He's getting paid $20 million to play right guard. Let him play right guard. Go on.
The line looked great, except the biggest question mark is who's going to play center for this team. I mean, Bradbury and Ben Brown were trading snaps, so that's the real question. I mean, that center is usually your quarterback of the offensive line, calling out audibles, running different schemes and packages and stuff like that. So that's the big question. I mean, I think I liked what I saw from Will Campbell and Jared Wilson. Let's see what Ben Brown can do at center. Let's see him go against the Vikings and see how he can maneuver and have that rapport with Drake May. That's what I want to see.
Bobby.
If they're going to start the 2 rookies, obviously they're going to start Campbell. If they're going to put Wilson at left guard, they need to go with it from now at this point forward so they can learn each other and get going. They can't sit here and switch it off back and forth. Either make the decision and go with it or put one of the veterans there. But the line looked, they didn't have any penalties. They didn't, whatever happened in that play was what happened in that play. But other than that, they looked like they were on the same page, which is really what offensive line play is being where they're supposed to be and doing their job.
Isn't it weird, before you go, Rich, after a year of watching Gerard Mayo and that offensive line getting penalty after penalty, for false starts or holding or anything like that, you were waiting during the preseason to see something like that, and nothing. It was like, oh, this is refreshing. This game's moving.
You have Doug Marrone and 2 other qualified coaches underneath him coaching 5 guys. Where under, and I'm not even going to blame this on Gerard Mayo. This is a craft problem. What they expected that offensive staff, that entire coaching staff to do last year was just ridiculous. It was malpractice. It was nobody had a chance to succeed. So yeah, you're seeing evidence of a veteran coaching staff that knows what the fuck they're doing, with the addition of a couple veterans there and some talent in Will Campbell and Wilson. The centerpiece, Ray, Bradbury's your starting center. Ben Brown's not going to be that. It's going to be Bradbury, who had a good day on Friday. He didn't give up any pressures. Josh McDaniels' offense relies way more on the quarterback for protections and for everything else. Drake May being young and initiating this offense, it may be different, but Ben Brown is also new to the Bradbury is also new to the offense, I think, unless he's been in the league for a number of years, maybe has some similarity or whatever. But most of that is Drake May. So Bradbury will be your starter.
But doesn't that scare you? A second-year quarterback's your guy that's going to be calling out the audibles, and you
Tom Brady was a second-year quarterback.
He's got to figure it out.
There's a big difference between Tom Brady and Drake May.
I'm not going to. Jimmy Garoppolo was a first-year quarterback. Fucking Jacoby Brissett was a first-year quarterback, and Matt Castle was a second-year quarterback. I have faith. Fucking Mac Jones was a rookie. Cam Newton. I have a lot of faith in Josh McDaniels as a offensive coordinator and a decade-plus experience as a quarterback coach to not put too much on Drake May's plate, to understand where he's at and understand the responsibility that he can put on him. And Mike Vrabel is right there on his hip, understanding the most important part to his success, Mike Vrabel's success, is Drake May. And he is his leadership guru, guide, whatever you want to say. Mike Vrabel was fucking right there. So, yes, I think Drake May is a football intelligent guy. I think when the bullets got
he
fired,
showed that. Yeah, he showed that. Yes.
I think he understands football. Like, I don't think he's dumb.
Yeah, I don't think that's his problem. I don't think he's dumb.
When the bullets start firing, because this happens to every highly touted athlete in every sport, highly drafted. You've been the biggest, fastest, best athlete in every level of sport you've played, and you could just outrun everybody when shit got crazy. That's their default. And this is why college football is ruining the NFL. That's Drake May's default. In the ACC, he could just fucking outrun everybody. So when shit broke down, he just ran. You can't do that anymore. So they're trying to break him like a wild stallion out of that. And then I don't think I think he's football smart enough to understand offense and to do that. He just has to get rid of that tendency to, when the bullets start firing, let my athletic ability beat everybody. And it won't, because the linebackers in the NFL are really fucking fast. So are the D linemen. You can't do it, dude. Time and time again, we've seen it. Some guys beat it, and some guys don't. We'll see. We'll see what Drake May can do. All right. That's a lot of time. Any real quickly, 30 seconds less, Ray. Vikings, Patriots, joint practices here coming up. Carlton Davis and Gonzalez made the trip at cornerback. Davis expected to play, Gonzalez not. Jalen Polk did not make the trip. Another shoulder injury.
Gone.
IR. They're going to hold on to him, second-round draft pick. They won't cut him. He'll go to the IR. But either way, he's not making the team.
He's not playing.
So there you go. Got a McDaniels, Brian Flores reunion. What do you want to see, Raymond?
More Robert Spillane. Bobby was so right on this fucking guy. After watching the Commanders game, that guy's all over the field.
Fucking right, Raymond.
I know. He was going all over the field. I'm like, my buddy Bobby. He was fucking saying this all along. I was watching it at my friend's house. I'm like,
he's the run defense. If he goes down, the run defense is fucked. He is the run defense.
Hey, I heard, Bobby, from Greg Bedard, good praise about your boy Milton Williams from that game. With an unprofessional eye, I didn't see a whole lot. And
I didn't see what he did at all.
Okay, so we'll take Bedard's word for it, but it did not flash for $30 million or whatever he's making. Not quite yet.
It's fucking
not
preseason.
At all.
It's preseason, boys. Come on.
Milton Williams did have this to say. He said, quote, "We just got to keep building, make sure we're executing the call, being where we're supposed to be, and trusting your teammates." So they're building, Bobby. They're getting there.
Good. Build it up.
They
like
did
Belichick kind of thing.
They did after that preseason game. This will be the last point here and before we get to one last Patriots point. After that preseason game and after a week of not stopping the run, they did cut a rookie and signed Kyle Pecco to help with a 300-pound defensive tackle, which is basically a run stopper. He played for Vrabel at Tennessee for a couple of years.
Perfect.
One more point here, which we've made this point, and this is just a toot from all of us at this point. Kyle Duggar being phased out of the defense for one Craig Woodson. On this program, we have said Kyle Duggar sucks, and we had said they have nobody play free safety. Craig Woodson's the first guy they've drafted to potentially play that position, since you're going to have to look that one up on your own. was another little... fucking 15 years ago. So there, and he was
best quarterback.
He was the best rookie cornerback in the league.
Don't correct me, Ray. What the fuck?
All right, last point of the Patriots here. Tom Brady statue. Raymond. Okay.
Not a fan.
No.
Nope. Small head, long arms. Don't like it.
Another thing we called on the show perfectly last week as to what it should have been.
Yeah, no one heard it though because we didn't hit record.
Nope.
I'll tell you this.
Should have been him going down the water cycle like this.
Like Ray's mother said to me 25 years ago, it's growing on me. It's growing on me. The statue. It's supposed to be encompassing an overall career as a Patriot or whatever. So okay,
boring.
Bobby and I said, just give me the Tom Brady quitty. He is fundamentally the best quarterback throw that you will find. I mean, he literally studied it and worked on it like a goddamn guru. Get him in full cock mode, rearing back for that Randy Moss 53rd touchdown with his head. Everybody knows exactly what it looks like. Everybody knows it. Just in its perfect form. It's right there. You got the perfect C, and the helmet's on, and the whole thing, and you're in action, and he's breaking records, winning Super Bowls. Like, give me that. Not the fucking hand up. I will say this. This is why it's scoring on me. The just a sheer like 17-foot bronze walking into the stadium. On the bottom, it's the 6. What's a 6-figure thing? Not a hexagon, but a
Septagon.
Septagon? Is that
Hex
right?
is 6. Hexagon.
Hexagon.
Hex
Sept is 7.
Hex is 6. Pentagon is 5. I don't know what 7 is.
I said hexagon. So I was right originally. I just I've been drinking. You got and all of his Patriot Super Bowls there are aligned around. So like the intimidation factor, and he's there, and I'm a champion, and I rule. Like that's all. Like the aura I think is captured. But yeah, I would have liked to see a better iconic pose.
Yeah, they fucked it up.
Water slide. I'm telling you, that fucking water slide would have been epic.
Water slide
Long hair, just fucking.
That's how your mother looks when she slides down my dong.
Yeah. She's crying too. All right, we'll throw back to headlines with the obvious one.
Thank you there, Richard. 1 down, 2 to go before we get some real NFL football as the Patriots defeat the Commanders 48-18. Trevion Henderson got all the New England fans excited when he took the opening kick 100 yards for a touchdown, and after that, it was a yawn fest. Patriots traveled to Minnesota for a couple joint practices with the Vikings before Saturday's game at 1 p.m. Red Sox lost a series to San Diego Padres. First time the Sox have lost a series in 3 weeks. They started a series in Houston, again, the Astros, where ace Garrett Crochet had his worst outing in a 7-6 defeat. Celtics schedule will be released Thursday, but notable games have been announced. And for the first time in 10 years, the Boston Celtics will not be playing on Christmas Day. Instead, they will be playing the Detroit Pistons on MLK Day at 8 p.m. What a consolation prize. This has been Headlines with the Obvious One. Back to you, Richard.
Just to confer, that MLK comment was not racist, right? Because it felt a little racist.
No, it's just
He
like
has a history of making comments about MLK Day.
Instead of Christmas, you get MLK Day. That's a consolation prize.
It had a little hint of
just you'd rather be playing on MLK.
Kind of felt like
Christmas than MLK Day.
To be fair, Jesus versus MLK, Jesus winning that one.
Yeah, all day, every day
for Christians. I mean,
yeah.
Jaylen Brown's not Christian, so what does he care?
Yeah, right.
He's probably happy about it. We could ask. Yeah. Nobody gives a fuck about Jaylen Brown. We'll get to that in quite a bit. Before that, I do want to do some Red Sox talk if we could. The Red Sox yo-yo of a season. They've dropped 3 straight. Here we are. Did they start yet? What's their start time? 8:30?
No. Yeah, they probably did start. Hold on. Keep talking.
4-5 they've lost. Tough outing, as Ray mentioned, from their ace Crochet against the Astros. Here's a fun fact. Garrett Crochet's lifetime ERA in August, 5.85. He has given up 5 runs or more since his last start in June. That's important because this is the second year in Garrett Crochet's career that he has been a full-time starter. He has never pitched as many innings as he's pitched for the Red Sox so far. And as I mentioned on the top, he's got August and September and, God willing, October to go. Does he have it in the tank? The Red Sox are concerned about it. They are talking about managing him.
God, pitchers are such fucking pussies. They just stand there once every 4 days and fucking throw. They don't even do anything. Oh, my God. Are you fucking serious?
Is this the hot takes that Bobby was talking about? That
it's not a hot take. It's funny. They don't even do anything. They fucking stand there and throw.
This
is
not
that hard.
This is new. No, welcome to baseball, Bobby. They're all a bunch of pussies, which we'll get to in a second. Before that, in their losses, Brian Bayo shelled for 5 earned and 5 2/3 inning against the Padres. The game before that, Giolito only made it through 4 2/3 inning, giving up 4 runs. And Dustin May, the big pitching acquisition from one Craig Breslow, and his first start for the Red Sox, only made it through 3 2/3 innings, giving up 3 runs. As I mentioned there on the top, the lack of pitching acquisition, most notably Joe Ryan, which we'll get to Sam Kennedy's comments here in a second on why the Red Sox couldn't pull off that deal, quote unquote, why the Red Sox couldn't pull off that deal, or bring in something better than Dustin May, aka the Dodgers' dirty skid marks from the starting pitching. It's going to bite him in the ass, Raymond. It's going to come back around. Garrett Crochet is unproven in this time of year. As much as he's been great, as much as he's the leader, I think he's Vegas leader for Cy Young in the AL. He's unproven, and this time of year, he's never pitched this much. Brian Bayo and Lucas Giolito had 2 good months. Other than that, they've been 4.5 ERA pitchers.
Didn't Brian Bayo do the same thing last year? Like he crumbled down in August and September?
Yeah, everybody has good stints in baseball. It's a 6-month season. Can you do it the whole time? That's the whole deal. And the Red Sox knew it. Everybody that watched the team knew it. They needed support at their starting rotation. And Craig Breslow got Dustin May, who has a near 5 ERA on the season. I know, I'm sorry, young nerds. ERA is an antiquated stat, but it tells the story. Sorry. It just
is war.
Fuck is war. What's your feelings on the Red Sox? Here, let me just give you a silver lining if you don't know it. You probably do. Once they get out of this Astro series, the schedule does soften up, and they have been good against bad competition. So you got the Orioles, and they've done well against the Yankees, who are crumbling in New York there. So they can take care of bad competition, and their bats are still hitting. They're scoring 4, 5, 6 runs a game here. So it's just their pitching failing them, which was fucking evident that it was going to happen. And it's not, we'll see how far they can drag themselves through September, and what Peyton Tolley can do for them in September as a September call-up. The great hope that is Peyton Tolley and his massive mustache, his big fat ass. Anyway,
but don't you want to see this team compete against good teams? Like you want to see them playing against playoff teams. You want to see them taking series against playoff teams and not just folding like they are doing.
Sure, but to give their credit, not to interrupt you, but let's just be fair. They did sweep the Astros at home, where they can cheat and figure out what their pitchers are throwing. So they did beat the Astros last week. They swept them at home. So there is evidence that they're beating good teams. My greater point here, Ray, not to steal what you're going to say, is they're starting pitching. The evidence of the fact that it's going to fail them and was always going to fail them without a boost or some type of jolt is starting to come to fruition. Starting with your main guy and Crochet, who could use just kind of like take one start off just to rest and spread his starts out there.
But he can't.
Not that I agree with it, Bobby. I agree that as a 26-year-old, stop being a pussy, throw the ball. But
yes.
This is the realization of it is they can't do that anymore. So
once every 4 days, you don't even have to do it every day.
Sorry, Raymond. Finish your thought.
No, I'm just saying you just want to see them competing against good teams. I mean, this was their big stretch. The gauntlet, they've held their own since July 1st. I mean, they're starting to slow down. And now they go against weaker competition. This is going to be a playoff team. I just want to see them compete against playoff caliber teams and beat them. Instead of just Garrett Crochet being the ace out there and, guaranteeing a win, you want to see Lucas Giolito, Brian Bayo, those guys competing and getting wins under their belt before the playoffs start because, like I said, they will be a playoff team.
The most important thing for this team is to make the playoffs. 4 guys like Bayo, 4 guys like Roman Anthony, Meyer, the young core that they plan to move forward with, that they keep touting. They keep telling us they got 6 young guys under contract for 6 to 8 years. Ray, we haven't been able to talk about the Roman Anthony 8-year extension. If you want to touch on that a little bit, we can. But they've got a young core that they're looking to build around that need playoff experience, including Crochet, who's a young guy that has not been there yet. They cannot fumble this bag. They cannot go on some crazy losing streak. They cannot afford a Crochet injury. They cannot afford Giolito to go back full pumpkin 5.76 ERA mode. They can't afford Brian Bayo to go back to his mid-4 ERA. Craig Breslow failed to bring you the adequate support that this team needed to make a push for the playoffs. They said their roster was good enough to get them there. They have to be good enough to get them there. If they fail epically down the stretch, which is 100% on the table, by the way, to think that they're not going to do it is crazy. It's 100% on the table that they fucking lose 11 in a row. And their pitching could fall apart in the blink of an eye. If they do that, you're starting back from zero. You have to make the playoffs. You have to continue this. You have to continue this momentum with your young core, starting with Roman Anthony, and make the playoffs and get that experience. Even if you get fucking smoked in a 5-game series, you have to get there. You have to.
If you go by the nerds and fangraph.com, which has all the odds on teams making the playoffs, the Red Sox are at 68.9% to make the playoffs, which obviously you round up, like Miss Tongue Sock Porter told me. That'd be 69%. Nice.
There you go. Yeah. You know what? You know what's Bobby? I don't know if you share this opinion. This is happens in baseball a lot, but it happens in all sports now. And the percentages, the winning percentages happens on a game-to-game basis, and the percentages to make the playoffs happens on a weekly basis, whatever. You know what you can do with those percentages? Shove it up your fucking ass. They mean absolutely nothing. The Red Sox had a 28% chance to make the playoffs at the beginning of June. Now they're at 69. Nice. You know why? Because they go out every day and actually operate in the real world and win or lose baseball games. Your percentages have there's not enough fucking data in the world to predict the fucking future. You assholes, okay? Unless you're fucking
tell Nostradamus that, bitch.
Unless you're some, top of the world organization, BlackRock or something that literally has time travelers working for them.
What?
Do that Spirit Walk of Truth on your own time. The fucking nerds, the baseball nerds, can't tell me what the percentage of a baseball team to make the playoff is. They don't have enough fucking... It's so stupid. It's the stupidest shit in the world. It flips on a dime every week because they win 3 games in a row against a shitty team. And then they lose 2 games out of 3 against a good team. It's like... baseball. I fucking hate baseball people. I hate baseball. I hate baseball players. I hate all of them. Everything they have to do with it. They don't take into account any real life situation. They just look at the fucking data on the stats, and you have 60% chance. Then they win 4 games. Like, holy shit, they got a fucking 80% chance. Like, no kidding, dumbasses. It's fucking 162 games. You win 10 in a row. Your chances go up. You fucking idiots. God, I am so stupid, but they are the dumbest motherfuckers on the planet. The percentages to make the playoffs. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? It's so stupid. It's so fucking stupid. We'll be right back with Celtics Shock. I'm fading away. Wick Grossbeck, you are the weakest link.
Goodbye.
Wick Grossbeck out. Joe Mazzulla in. Big time.
Multiple years.
We don't know how much he's making.
Vet minimum. Joe Mazzulla.
1.5 million.
He's 37 years old. Like, that has to be a negotiation point from Brad. It's like, look, Ime, dick down the front office. I got you this job. You are younger than my oldest son. You can't expect a lot from me right now. I gave you Jason Tatum, Kristaps Porzingis, Drew Holiday.
Here's 80 grand. Get out of here.
You can buy a penthouse in fucking
and the beach.
Yeah. Anyway, Brad Stevens did have this to say about Joe Mazzulla and his multi-year extension for the Celtics. He understands the job, and he had a passion for the Celtics that is only rivaled by our most diehard fans. That's true, Bobby. He is psychotic.
He's crazy.
He's worked hard and accomplished amazing things in his first 3 years as a head coach. Feels like a lifetime. Including averaging over 60 wins per season.
Yay.
And and winning the 2024 NBA championship. Joe is a gifted leader who brings a consistent commitment to learning, improving, maximizing each day we compete for the Boston Celtics.
We won't disclose the amount we're paying him because it's not a lot.
The averaging 60 wins per season is rich. Like, come on. Like,
You ain't doing that this year.
You know, and he walked out of a championship.
Look a lot more like 50 this average.
Wick Grossbeck out, Raymond. The plan, quote, forget where this came from. The plan had been for Grossbeck to remain through 2028. Chisholm assumes the governor title, and the transfer will be finalized soon. As of now, there is no clear indication as to what happened to change the plan that was set in place. Oh, this is from The Athletic, I think. This is from Shams. Grossbeck staying on as part deal was supposedly a part of the sale that went through with Chisholm over other buyers. Although it's in the NBA bylaws that you can't be a governor of the team without owning 15% of the team, which Wick Grossbeck never owned 15% of the Celtics.
Boom.
His daddy did. So he been skating on that shit for years. And the NBA said, you can't do that anymore, buddy.
You got to go.
So there you go. More of the same. Wick Grossbeck is out. The latest I heard driving home is that Wick Grossbeck will remain as some type of partner to Bill Chisholm.
Like a governor, like assistant governor or something until 2028.
Feels like a Butler situation. Like he's just going to
assistant.
Yeah, they're just making up.
Like the guy that held the umbrella for P. Diddy.
Maybe minus the sex trafficking and stuff. I'm thinking more of a Dwight Schrute assistant to the assistant to the assistant to the assistant. That's Wick's role at this point in time. It leads me to my bigger question, and let me do this first. Let me preface it this way. I think there's real reason to worry about the future of the Boston Celtics. This is just part of it. The Wick Grossbeck thing is just part of it. This feels like either they tried to slide one by the NBA or they knew it was going to come and they figureheaded Wick Grossbeck to the sale to make the Celtics fans feel better about it. But it's all part of the bigger picture here. And this is Celtics ownership, new ownership under Bill Chisholm, who is a private equity leader who owns
was a hussy for a wife who just likes to make sex novels.
Yeah, she is. Yeah,
that's like sex novels. But more importantly, Bill Chisholm's ownership of this team is not majority. His company is majority, and then he's got a bunch of other fucking investors on the side. All of it private equity. All of which you have shareholders to account for. All of which dependent on market, not fucking just Daddy Grossbeck and his Scrooge McDuck mansion full of gold coins that he doesn't give a fuck about. No, this is fake money. This is all fake fucking money on the internet going up and down depending on what's going on in the world right now. And go just Google anything about private equity ownership over the past 25 years and what's happened to any company or pension group specifically that bought into that shit. Dead. They're all fucking dead. So I'm just saying, watch out. Pro sports has a pretty fail-safe history to it. It's hard to lose in pro sports as an owner, but it does affect the way you spend money. Anyway, so how it reflects the Patriots, the Celtics on the court. Your most recent roster moves. George Niang and his $8-point-something million moved with some second-round picks to the Utah Jazz. In return, they get rookie RJ Luis Jr., an undrafted guy. I think it was the Big East Player of the Year. Once played for UMass. Another wing guy. Whoop-de-doo. Chris Boucher signed a 1-year, $3.3 million year. This is a legitimate NBA player. 32 years old. He owns every record from a bench player on the Toronto Raptors. He has 2 championships. He's an undersized big that seems to fit the Joe Mazzulla role, kind of an Al Horford type. So nice signing, but again,
speaking of Al Horford, sorry for interrupting, but what the fuck's going on with him? He hasn't signed with anybody.
He's just biding his time. I respect Al. I would not be surprised at all if the Celtics landed him.
Really?
I would not.
I thought it was like the Warriors or retire pretty much was there's 2 options. And now it's like there's other teams on the table once again.
The Warriors are all reports of the Warriors are acting as if Al Horford will be a part of their team moving forward. I think he's a union guy, so he's not going to take like bad money. So he may be weighing that. I think he wants to stay in Boston, and if Brad Stevens can carve out enough room to bring him back, I would not be surprised if he came back. So that's how I'd put it. But that's going to take a little room. Right now, the salary. Sorry, lost my train of thought.
Celtics has $201 million. Is that what we're talking about?
Yes, the salary for the Celtics is at $201 million. The first apron is set at $195. Second apron is at $207, and the luxury tax is at $187. By moving Niang, the Celtics tax bill dropped from $73 million to $30 million. You have Anthony Simons, who is actively being shopped with a $27 million salary. You've also got a big nut there in Sam Hauser at $10 million. The Celtics, the Celtics won 100% be under the luxury tax. This is what I mean with the Horford thing. If they can get to 176 and sign Al for 9.7, they will, and stay under that luxury tax. It's just a matter of what Brad can do with that Anthony Simons deal. How much of that 27 can he get off the books? And does he want to? Can he substitute Sam Hauser's production with something else to still remain somewhat competitive? Because I do think that's their goal. And this is kind of the bigger idea. I'll throw it over to you guys. Get your opinions on this and move on. I think, well, what I know is the Jason Tatum injury was the best shield for this new ownership that they could have asked for. They're using this year, obviously, as a financial reset. They can't tank because Jaylen Brown and Derek White are too good. Peyton Pritchard, they've got too much talent on the team to tank, but they are going to financially get into a level to be comfortable with it. And then next year, the question will be, and really the big pressure on this ownership, will you reinvest that money to achieve a championship in this 3 to 5 year window with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum? And that's where I think you can place your worry. Will they actually do that? I'm not totally sure, but they're not going to tank this year. They're going to reposition themselves to reinvest next year. Jason Tatum is on an upward trajectory to be back by February.
Fucking guy's walking around without a boot already.
It sounds like
he's playing in LA right now.
So, like the optimistic view is you can say that, and Jason Tatum comes back to a subpar team. He gets his legs under him. He takes half a year to rehab in full NBA form. They get to the playoffs. They lose in the second round or so because they got shit around them. And then next offseason, they reinvest with Tatum fully healthy into 2027. That's your best case scenario. Tatum gets a third of the year to rehab an NBA competition, and you reinvest. And then the question becomes: does the new ownership really reinvest? What do you think?
Or if Jaylen Brown plays out of his mind and they can become a 3 seed, 2 seed, do you trade him for a lot of assets come next season? That's another question. Because if they're trying to save money and they, like you said, all these people are part of the board, you try to get the bang for your buck. So would you get rid of a max player like him and try to get other assets to build around Jason Tatum?
Go ahead, Bobby.
The injury didn't it makes it so they don't have to show their hand yet. If Tatum wasn't injured, they would have had to make a move to stay competitive. They don't have to do that this year. They can wait. They can go into next season. They can do it in the midseason next year if the right deal's there, or in the offseason next year. It gave them all the time in the world to either use their resources when it's the most beneficial or gather more for a later strike later.
If they roll into next season, if Jaylen Brown goes off this year, which I highly doubt he will, if he goes off and they go into next season and they trade him, there's your red flag. There's your red flag. Yeah. This ownership should be looking to going into next season and committing money up to the second apron around Tatum and Brown to go for a championship for the next 2 or 3 years. That the new NBA is built around 2 or 3 year windows. The Celtics have a top 5 player and a top 20 player. You don't get that often. If they're truly about winning, they're not trading those guys. They're building around them to win as they approach their 30-year-old seasons. If they trade Jaylen Brown, that's all you need to see. That's all you need to see to understand what this ownership group's priorities are.
Mm-hmm.
So,
money.
It's just going to take, it's going to take over a year to find that out.
Which sucks.
Yeah. Until then, we'll see. To your point, Ray, the East is shit. So could the Celtics compete for a top 4 seed with Jaylen Brown, Derek White, Peyton Pritchard? Maybe. I'm lower. I am not as optimistic on Jaylen Brown as a guy that can lead a team to that as you, for a couple reasons. I don't think the skill set matches, and I don't think he can stay healthy. He's never stayed healthy for a full season. Like, if Jaylen Brown has to miss 12 or 13 games, the Celtics are going 6-7, like 5-8, So, no, I am not that high on them, but it's very
either there's ESPN or the NBA because they're not in those marquee matchup games like opening week or Christmas Day, but they do get MLK Day.
Here's where the league fucked up on that
deal.
Christmas thing. The Celtics were just sold for $7 billion, and you're not going to give that owner a nod on fucking Christmas as one of the marquee franchises in the NBA with a Jaylen Brown, a Finals MVP. I get Tatum's not there. I get that, but you're putting the Mavs and Kyrie Irving, who's got a blown, what is he, ACL?
Cooper Flag.
Achilles? Yeah, you got the number one.
He's what?
You got the number one great white hope, and Anthony Davis, who's definitely not going to play.
I'll be hurt by then.
There's 8 West Coast teams and 2 East Coast teams playing.
Cavs and Knicks. Blech.
Woof, 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 woof.
NBA fucked up. $7 billion for a team. You don't give them Christmas. That's coming up in the next Vegas negotiation. Whoever's buying that team.
Mm-hmm.
Bet on that. Okay, we'll be right back with This or That with Chief Bobby.
Okay, let's get into this. Have only preseason games in the NFL or only joint practices?
Joint practices.
Oh, preseason.
Yeah, I think I go preseason game.
You get to watch them.
Yeah.
If you go back,
I don't want fucking him making any more money, Goodell. I just want it. Would get me the joint practices and then go right to week 1.
Everyone's raping you over the coals. Everybody, everything you touch, you're getting raked over the coals. Specifically in NFL, you're paying for the preseason games anyway. Now, let me watch Drake May for 3 quarters in preseason game number 3.
Can I just stop you real quick? Did you hear about the congressman in Ohio who is summoning Goodell, Manfred, Silver, and Bettman to DC and talk about how expensive, like, what they're doing to the fans, like everything's so outrageously expensive between streaming services and ticket prices?
Sounds like a gross misuse of taxpayer dollars, and that man should be immediately removed from office.
No, that sounds perfect. That's called no, we don't do politics on the show.
No, we don't do politics. I was just saying. All right, next. Sorry.
Very good.
Antitrust laws, bitch. Break them up.
Do you prefer the in-person fantasy draft or the remote?
Remote.
I used to like the in-person, but at this point, I think it's more about the remote.
Give me that 90-second time clock or 60-second time clock.
60
and let's
seconds.
Just
fuck you, 90
go.
seconds. I don't have all goddamn night, Raymond.
Let's go.
45. You were real close to 30 this year. The if you can, like, the right group of people in person, like all.
Well, if you have the right
Of course,
group,
if you have the right people, but with League Renee, you don't have the right people.
No, but maybe we can restart a real nice tight group.
I'd like to get a destination fantasy draft. That'd be nice.
Once a league. Just get an 8-man league. Just an 8-man big money league once a year.
8-man league, baby.
You just meet in the Poconos and spend a day drafting.
No,
that sounds nice.
Drafting and docking. All right. The classic Italian family restaurant or Mexican restaurant? Where would you rather take your family?
Mexican.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I like the Mexican food, the classic Italian restaurant is better for the children because they could just scream and act like assholes and everybody accepts it.
We're talking about like an Olive Garden or something. Is that what the...
No, just like you're like mom and pop, like Italian pizza joint restaurant place.
You ever been to a Mexican restaurant?
Of course I have.
That's why we go to Mexican restaurants. My kids scream like assholes there all the time.
It's loud as fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't have that impression of the traditional Italian restaurant is like dimly lit, kind of like.
Well, I'm thinking like the family restaurant. It's really more like a pizza restaurant, but they have
like
that big menu,
like a house of pizza,
like Supreme House Pizza down in Raymond. Tell your friends.
Yeah, exactly, right on Main Street.
Yeah, sure. You put a drunkard's bar next to it. I'll go there. Come on, teddies.
Come on down. Would you rather play in a swing set or a slide?
Swing set.
Yeah, slide. What are you just gonna sit there and swing?
What do you
get to go up?
You keep going up and down, up and down, up and down.
Climb up, you go down. It's way more fun.
You know how bored you get after that? Twice.
Yeah.
Twice. It's like
climb up, go down, climb. Then you can go up the side. You can climb down. There's way more things you can do.
You can jump off the swing set after a while. You get
Superman on that thing. Yeah, you can do a lot of things.
And that hoe.
Cheese fondue or melted chocolate for dunking?
Cheese.
It's the cheese fondue, yeah. You don't see either of these things very often anymore. Only special events.
Yeah, it's because a bunch of skinny bitches complaining about it.
Yeah, I know.
If you put a queso in front of me, it's gone.
Yeah. Cheese is I don't care much for dessert.
Anybody who chooses salsa over queso is a communist. I understand that salsa is like it's better, like it's like company. You kind of just because no one's gonna eat all of the salsa. You know why? Because it's not that good. You put fucking queso out there.
Good night.
Fucking get out of here.
Give me that queso. Would you rather have a large statue of yourself made or a large portrait?
I had a question about this. Where is this going to be present? Like, is it going to be
it is something that you procured for yourself. You can put it wherever you want.
Statue.
Give me the portrait.
I'm going to put a statue of me banging Ray's mom, and I'm going to put it in his front yard.
See? Perfect. See?
I was hoping somebody would go that way with that joke.
Yeah, he did. I'm not going to even step on it because that was just perfect.
Yeah, very good. Here's a tongue twister. Would you rather be a long haul trucker or a certified butt fucker?
Well, that's how Kathy calls me, a certified butt fucker. So yeah, I'll go with that.
Yeah, I'll go. Give me the butts. I don't want to drive across the country for a living.
I'll do the drive. I like a good drive.
Yeah, you do. You're a fucking freak. You're a freak.
I like a good drive, especially by myself.
No, you can bring a dog.
It's confirmed. Richard does not like the butt.
Yeah, talk to your mother about that.
Yeah. Speaking of butt stuff, would you rather use sex toys or bone in weird sex positions?
I could just see, like, when Bobby wrote this, he's just like a straight missionary man. Nothing else, nothing weird, nothing more. Just straight missionary, has a bunch of kids, and that's it.
1, 2, done.
Clean yourself up.
1, 2, efficient.
Oh, sub 6.
Sub 6. No, it's definitely I think you go position here.
Yeah.
And then you don't have to add on. You go position.
You see some stuff, you wake up the next morning, you're a little sore, you might have a tight hammy, but hey, whatever.
Yeah, I think sex toys have their place. But yeah, weird positions is the answer. Yeah. The last thing, back to fantasy football, the auction draft or the snake draft?
Snake.
I think too much is made of the auction. It is, if you're around a bunch of dummies, you can take advantage of them. You can get what you want, or you can grossly fuck your draft up. I've seen some real fucked up drafts from auction drafts. The snake draft is just old reliable. It's fun.
Yeah, I've never done an auction draft. I'm in a battle right now in our fantasy league that the whole entire encompassing idea is to just have fun, and the amount of serious people are
fuck those guys.
You really gotta get a life.
What's the fun idea that they're against?
Oh, I'm completely
Life.
dismantling everything that's ever been done and reinventing it with things that people have no idea.
Brick by brick. Today I got like 5 emails from our league. Just Rich is changing everything, and I thoroughly enjoy it.
Not even paying attention, just clicking and hitting submit.
Give me one example.
Defensive player. Add it. What are the points? What are the point scheduling? I don't know. Brrr. Submit.
It's like you went on the Empire State Building and just hit all the buttons and going down. Like,
Yep.
See what happens.
Keeper league? No. Yes. No. Yes. How many? Don't know. 3, 2, 1. I don't know. Submit.
Very good.
Yeah. You want to talk about updates, Raymond, that you got on that? Do you want to see the text message that I got from the angry fucking dwarfs?
I can guess 3 of them.
Yeah. Fucking idiots.
Yep.
Yeah, cut them out. You can put Bill in.
Slee couldn't handle Bill. Slee couldn't handle the queen.
It'd be amazing.
Very good.
All right, there you go. That was This or That with Chief Bobby. We're right back with Simplest Minds of the Week.
Oh, back to school to prove to Dad that I'm not a fool.
I will say, I don't know if you can tell by looking at me, I do have family members with Down syndrome. It almost got me. I dodged it, but it nicked me. Bit of a day walker myself.
Are you stupid or something? I'm as stupid as a stupid does.
All right there, Raymond. I know you've got a couple here in the chamber, so why don't you take this?
Oh, perfect. Let me start with this first one. It's called I forgot to press the record button.
Hello, everybody. I'm Dr. Shadow. Welcome to this game. I just recorded it and realized I forgot to press the recording. So now I'm sitting here again.
I'm glad you could pick a good picture of me. Strong jawline.
It was a straw draw along. Yeah, that was just what happened after Rich realized that we had a nice little interview with Pat Harlow last week, former Patriots player. He realized he didn't press the record button, so I had that. Sometimes,
This is a little James Franco trick. 1 for us, 5 for nobody.
The other one I had for us is Tom Brady is turning into Baby Billy. Spot on out here looking like Baby Billy from Righteous Gemstone.
I would not be surprised over the next 25 years, which would be basically the age gap or so from Baby Billy character to Tom Brady, if Tom Brady was leading some type of cultish behavior with a group of people.
Oh, 1,000% agree.
Yeah, definitely.
I'd follow that man to wherever he wanted to go.
We know.
All right, now it's all yours. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
All right, next up we have roast beef rating.
Hey! We're in Lynn, king of the fucking roast beefs. We're in Minos, Lynn, Massachusetts.
We already did this
the
one.
best roast beef in the world. Fuck Nick's roast beef in Beverly. This fucking garbage. You gotta get a fucking beef 3-way. You can't do just sauce, you can't do just mayo, and you can't do the other one. What is it, cheese? Comes in this fucking wrapping paper thing. I don't know what this is. It might be cocaine. I don't know. Comes on tray like this. Nice fries. This looks like my veg after a hard night, but it's all right. So, did I spill some on my Air Forces? They're brand new. So the only place you can get fucking roast beef on the North Shore? Oh, we knew. In Minos, in Wyoming Square. This is so good. Oh. Heyo.
Heyo.
Hey, yo.
I love that girl.
She had a little beef on her fucking lip and everything.
No. I just like that she's wearing a Ron Mercer jersey.
I like how she was stomping in the Air Force Ones.
Yeah, that is real retro. Really gets me going.
Yes, you sent us this one. Shohei Ohtani in the news again with his agent, accused of sabotaging $240 million Hawaii real estate project.
He's a financial thug. This guy's running a Japanese mob organization for sure. He's worth $1 billion in Japan. And every other year, we're hearing some type of financial scandal with him. This guy,
he's a bad guy.
He's a bad guy.
He's not a good guy. But I like the news source, the Japan News.
Yeah, that might be suspect.
That's
Made me
right.
chuckle. Made me chuckle. I'm like, is this real? This is real to the source.
Hold on. Let's do a quick Google to the Japan.
Please hold. Keep talking amongst yourselves.
It's a small country, landmass wise. The Japan News pretty much can get it all.
It is true.
Cover it all.
It is true. It's a real thing. All right. Perfect.
I don't discredit it at all. This guy's a bad dude. He's a financial shark. He's getting millions of dollar development deal done, and then the people that do it for him, he fires them. Like, we don't do politics, but that's Trump. Like, that's Trump playbook. He read the art of the deal. He's like, I'm just fucking firing these guys, and what are they gonna do? I'm worth $1 billion. We'll just hush money him for a quarter of what we said we're gonna pay him.
It's crazy.
He's a bad dude. Everybody should boycott Shohei Ohtani. He's a fucktard.
Was that racist?
I'm boycotting him immediately.
Yep. Thank God. And news.
Speaking of financial ruins, Michael Porter Jr. is now in the news with a quote: "If you can get all your homies rich by telling you bet 10,000 on my under this one game, I'm gonna act like I got an injury and they all gotta get a little bag." That was hard to read.
That was very hard to read accurately at all.
Do it for us? You want to do it for us?
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna do a thing, but I'm not gonna do it.
Go for it.
If you can get all your homies rich by telling them, yo, bet 10K on my under. This one game, I'm going to act like I got an injury, and they get all a little bag.
That was better. That was way better.
A little bit better.
That's way better.
Allow me to translate. You put a $10,000 bet on me getting under 10 points. At 8 points, I'm going to tweak a hammy, and you can collect, friend.
Wink, wink, nod, nod.
That's called a federal offense.
That will get you in jail.
That'll put you in jail, son. I don't know if that quote's real, but this kid is as dumb as rocks. And if anyone's going to say something like that, it's going to be Michael Porter Jr. He is stupid as shit.
True.
And this is a little bit of a soapbox thing, a little bit why I want to put on the show. I said this years ago on this. We've been doing the show for fucking years. Legalizing sports gambling is going to, if it has not already, ruin professional sports.
Yes, it will.
Crumble it from the inside out. In basketball is the easiest one to do it. We interviewed the guy from BC in the 70s that had the point shaving scandal with the mob. They've been doing it forever, but it was way harder to do when it was illegal, and it was kind of cool. Now that it's legal and
everyone sees it,
you can put 10K on your under, and you can just tweak a knee injury, and they can collect their bag. All integrity is lost.
Mm-hmm.
And you won't, and you didn't let Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame until he was dead because he bet on his team. Nah, this is why you can't. This is what you have to. They have to get rid of you.
Yeah. One more. Volvo.
I was hoping that would happen, and it did.
You didn't let me set it up, you dickhead. The Volvo CEO was in that car testing their self-driving automatic brake system. The robot AI self-driving automatic system. And apparently, if you read the article after that, it's like you have to hit a certain setting, and there has to be certain parameters that are put into place, and they don't stop. It doesn't stop for people. It just stops for like bigger objects. The CEO sat in the fucking car, didn't hit any of the settings, didn't put anything in play, and apparently hit the gas, which that wasn't also part of the thing.
It's just driving, you dumb fuck.
He's just driving.
Drove into the employee.
Yeah, watch this. I like how none of them moved either. Like they're all like, "Oh shit,
Oh
that
my
thing was
God.
coming at him." I mean,
I
how
am
the fuck I moved?
so here for the next 10 years of self-automated driving accidents. You fucking kidding me? There's gonna be the internet is gonna be flooded with robot cars just destroying
Oh yeah.
stupid people. Don't get in a robot car, you morons. Don't get in it. It's like buying anything electronic. Don't get the newest iPhone. Don't get the newest.
Gotta get the bugs worked out.
Don't be an early adopter.
You have to be 2 or 3 things behind, iterations behind. You have to be. If you are the first one on the line, you better be able to fix it yourself. You better be some kind of whiz kid engineer. Other than that, like you're in trouble. You're gonna be the CEO driving a self-automated car into his board or whatever.
What a lawsuit that's gonna be.
They'll wipe it on the rug. They're German. They'll figure it out. This is the Semi Sports Show, Friday Rewind live, Tuesday, August 12th. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.